Hey there, welcome to GemIIToys. I have no idea why that image of that girl screaming is next to manga spelt, but either way, here we are once again. This is Mandarake in Osaka, area called Umeda actually. I really like this escalator going up, and it kind of leads you to this cool, how would you call it? It's just like a very thin hall with all these cases full of stuff. Sorry if I'm not showing something you're really interested in. I'm personally always looking for hot toys, so it's just kind of like looking around. It's almost like I have a hot toy radar going on, and I didn't really see anything here. But 1/6 scale will always get my attention, and sometimes I like stuff from animation as well, so sometimes that stuff will get my attention, but nothing here that got. Everything is kind of very old school Japan, like stuff that was really famous here in Japan like 30 years ago or so, or more. Here we have another section. Once again, no hot toys in this section, but kind of just showing you. I'm actually doing it for you, so you can see maybe something catches your eye. If so, pause the video because, sorry, once again, I didn't show it. But here we are with hot toys, you know, that's my favorite figure. You know, basically retail price, but yeah, that figure, my gosh, it's a pretty awesome one. I'm always happy to see it in the wild, actually. I have a Sideshow, Darth Vader, Yoda. I've been tempted about that Yoda before, but not enough. I used to have the Empire Strikes Back Yoda, and I got bored, to be honest with you guys. I actually got bored of that figure, moved it on. Just didn't do enough for me to keep it around. I do have that R2, and I really enjoy that R2. I feel like 3PO needs to be with them, but I think R2 is, you know, Luke's buddy as well. So, oh, there we have a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I got those from NECA. My gosh, do I love those figures. That's a wonderful set. Check out the music showcase video of that if you haven't, actually, on the channel. I really enjoyed doing that of the Ninja Turtles and Shredder. Shredder is such a great character. Here we have Thor. Yeah, that Thor was fairly cheap, like 200 bucks. This is a loose figure. But yeah, that Thor from, I don't like Age of Ultron so much. It's my least favorite Avengers. It's a good movie, but you know, Avengers is really top of the line, so that would be probably my least favorite, and just because of that. That Thor is awesome though, the figure is. Yeah, so we have Black Widow, same, once again, Age of Ultron. That one I think is absolutely terrible. The hair is just, she looks like she just stuck her finger in the electric socket and basically her hair turned in. Either way, here we are. This is another Mandarake. This is an area called Namba, and on the hall I noticed this hot toy here. This is pretty cheap hot toy. I've never seen this before. Maybe you guys recognize this. It's a strange looking robot that just kind of reminds me of like the movie WALL-E. Like there's a big mess and maybe it's picking up stuff. I don't know, maybe you guys know it. And this is kind of 1/6 scale, so I'm kind of showing it, but you know, I'm smiling right now because that's a toy. That's kind of what I remember what a toy looked like. Things like this that made no sense, didn't show in the movie like that, and yet it looks great, right? You know, from a 10-year-old perspective, maybe not, maybe 5-year-old. Either way, here we have, what else do we have? Yeah, I'm going to the hot toys, and yeah, this is kind of where I start to really smile as I start seeing this stuff in stock. It's yeah, there we have Oswald Cobblepot. This is a nice piece of Thor. I thought that was actually pretty cool. It's a 1/4 scale, I think. I'm not sure. It looks like NECA made it, but I don't know. Now here's an interesting one, Loose. I like these movies, but not enough to have this Wesley Snipes from Blade. But I know it's a rare figure, and I was tempted about that. It's like, I think they wanted like 250 bucks for him. Tempted because I know how rare it is, but I'm not in. I'm not so much about those movies and the character. I enjoyed them though. Now that, speaking of joy, that 1989 Batman, I'd never seen that figure before. And yeah, that movie gives me joy. That and Batman Returns, I can watch those just on replay. So, yeah, here we have the Dark Knight, another replay one. This figure is, I don't know what accessories it came with, but it's loose. And it was pretty cheap. Like $100 or so. And I still passed on it because I already have, I think, you know, a much better figure, which is the DX12. So here you can see Star Wars section. Yeah, this is all Star Wars. I have that classic Predator, and it's the only Predator I got, but I really enjoy it. I've had that pretty much from when I started collecting, about 3 years ago almost now. So yeah, this is another store in the area. You saw the entrance, and I kind of briefly showed it. They didn't have a whole lot, but they did have this guy in display, which I appreciate. I like that character still, Terminator. T1000. Here's Jungle. Now, Jungle, as usual in Osaka, does not disappoint. The amount of stock they have is pretty overwhelming. They even had this guy. I've seen him before, and actually, you know, seeing the figure, it was kind of surprising to me. Like, this figure still looks pretty good, especially for as old as it is. Holding up pretty good. I still see, I totally see James Franco, his name. Yeah, I think. I see him in that head sculpt. Now, speaking of figures I like, this was a little pricey, otherwise I would have grabbed it. I really want this figure. This is my favorite version of Bucky, and it reminds me of my daily life. So, you know, I would like to get that. Yeah, that's definitely a figure I want to get. What else do we have here? Yeah, there's that James Franco again. Spider-Man 3. Not the greatest movie, but it was, you know, going against the two previous movies were just so excellent, you know. There's the Hulkbuster. Not an excellent figure. It's affordable, definitely affordable Hulkbuster, but it's all plastic and you can't pose it. You can't do really anything with it. It's a statue, I think. That reissued figure, now it's starting to drop in price. I don't own it, but I do understand those who own it are a little thinking that their treasure is not so much of a treasure anymore because it's being reissued. I kind of understand that. I mean, me personally, reissues, I think it's okay because, you know, it's the fact is they should kind of have it. They should probably just stamp it as a reissue, and then, you know, if you have an original versus a reissue, it's the same product. You know, companies have done that before, so maybe that would be a way to rectify it. I don't know, but Hot Toys needs to stay in business, and they need to sell whatever sells, you know, because they're a business. So, yeah, a lot of stock here. As you can see, the original Doctor Strange. I like the hair on that one better, but I like the sculpt on my version, the Infinity War, better. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see. Alien. Yeah, not too much into Alien. I'm into Gremlins. I do like Gremlins. That music plays a lot in my head, but there's nothing that I really want to buy Gremlin-wise. I don't know. Maybe if Hot Toys made Gremlins, maybe? I don't know. What else do we have here? This was shot, I did this video about a week and a half ago or something like that, and I just kind of shot it all, plastered it all together, and I'm just watching it. You know, I kind of forgot. I was just rushing all over the place from one store to another, getting footage, and just kind of showing you guys here, sharing it with you, what is available if you were to search in Osaka, Japan right now for figures. This is what you would find. Lightsabers. I used to have one of those. I'd like to get one of the ones that you can take off the blade. Those are really hard to find. Yeah, here we have they have them in sections. This is the DC section, and as you can see, pretty much full line of the Snyder universe, I guess you could call. Pretty much they're all there. Great line. I mean, I personally really enjoy most of those characters. Yeah, most of the Justice League, and I'm really looking forward to the Snyder Cut. I've mentioned it before. Really excited about that, actually. Here we have more DC. Yep. Well, you know, since it's the Dark Knight, I can't help but think, you know, I see this figure and I remember Dean Knight. I've been watching his videos for a long time, and I know he'd probably like to see this in the store. So hey, if you're watching this video, yeah, that's pretty cheap, I think. It's about 150 bucks, something like that. So and this one is really expensive, $650, $640. This section, yeah, doesn't do much for me, so I just kind of went right through it. Here's the video game section. Leon, I know that Leon figure is a really cool figure, and you know, these are the full 1/4 scale sized Turtles and Shredder, and my gosh, would I love to have those, but no space. And I found some more Predators, kind of cool looking, but I'm happy with just the one Predator from the classic, you know, I think the most iconic one. Yeah, so here's another store. I think this is the final one. This is called Surugaya, very close, right next to Super Potato if you're in the video games. So Ironmonger, yeah, that would be kind of cool. This version of Ninja Turtles. I love Ninja Turtles, but the Michael Bay version, I'm still, I don't dislike it, but not really like so attached to it. Yeah, speaking of attached, I'm really attached to that figure. Luke from Return of the Jedi. Found this Count Dooku, 200 and change. It's not bad for that figure. I didn't pick it up though because I'm not so into the character to have it. I like to have my absolute favorites that they put a smile on my face when I look at them, you know, and that will just be for a short time, I think. Count Dooku is a cool character, but anyways, looking up here, I found this Spider-Man figure, and you know, with that said, hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Enjoy the path of collecting, and I'll catch you guys next time.